Greetings and welcome, dear students. This lesson, Zigzag, was written by Asha Nehemiah. In the story Zigzag, Asha Nehemiah pictured humorously the atrocities of a pet bird Zigzag. Dr. Ashok T. Krishnan was a child specialist. His clinic usually sounded more like an ancient Chinese torture chamber than a child specialist clinic. This was because the tiny children kept on sobbing and crying so loudly. One evening, his friend Dr. Somu rang to him and asked whether he could leave Zigzag in his house as he was going to Alaska. Since Dr. Krishnan was in midst of the noise of his tiny patients, his friend Somu was not properly heard what he had said. Dr. Krishnan rang from his clinic to his wife, Mrs. Krishnan, apologizing as he knew very well that she was busy getting her painting ready for the exhibition next week. He clearly said no, but his friend Somu mistakenly heard it was yes. Dr. Somu got the Zigzag as a gift from an African witch doctor because he cured his son from his sickness. What do you mean by witch? A person who practices witchcraft. Maya, the little daughter of Mr. Krishnan, imagined that Zigzag might be a green and gold fighting beetle. His son Aravind corrected her, telling it was Uncle Somu's pet snake. Finally, Mr. Krishnan explained that Zigzag was a bird. Everyone liked to have the bird Zigzag except his wife, Mrs. Krishnan. Mrs. Krishnan was not willing to keep the bird in their house. She angrily told that most of Somu's favorite possessions given to them were absolute nuisance. Visu, an old cook of Dr. Somu, brought the bird to Dr. Krishnan's house. Zigzag was a foot and half tall bird, and its bald head was fringed with a crown of pink feathers, while the rest of its plumage was brown. What do you mean by plumage? Plumage means a bird's feather collectively. Visu said that the full name of Zigzag was Sigisaga, King of the Tonga. Funny name, isn't it? He said that the bird could speak beautifully and could even recite French poetry. But Zigzag didn't even utter a single word, though they tried speaking to him in English, Hindi, Tamil, and French. Visu assured them it would certainly talk and sing. When Zigzag was offered some fruits and nuts, it picked them up and deposited on the chandeliers and the blades of the ceiling fan. After that, Zigzag climbed on the curtain rod and fell asleep. Then it began to snore. The snoring sound grew louder and louder, as if a herd of elephants was trumpeting angrily in the room. Maya tried to wake him up by squirting, that is, by spraying water from a small water pistol at Zigzag and wetting most of the curtains, the walls, and the sofa instead. Aravind tried his best to wake up Zigzag by imitating the sounds of a raging lion, a hungry hyena, and a ferocious dog. And even he tried to wake up Zigzag by his most frightening coyote call. What do you mean by coyote? Coyote means a wolf-like wild dog native to North America. Everything was in vain. But Zigzag slept on undisturbed and continued snoring. When they could not stop Zigzag snoring, they shut themselves in the bedroom, and Mrs. Krishnan was about to close her ears by stuffing a roll of cotton wool. Its snore disturbed Dr. Krishnan's family and their neighbors too. When Lakshmi, the servant maid, switched on the fan, it was raining papaya and bananas, which was already kept by Zigzag. The entire room was splashed by papaya and banana pieces. A slice of overripe papaya splattered orange pulp on Mrs. Krishna's painting entitled Sunset at Marina. She got angry. She wanted to get rid of the bird. The whole family refused to keep Zigzag in their house due to its atrocities. So Dr. Krishnan took it to his clinic. Dr. Krishnan warned Zigzag not to sleep in the clinic. When Zigzag entered into the clinic, it burst out, speaking for the first time loudly. It started commanding and did all the works it had been trained for. Zigzag began to control the patients. It asked everybody to be silent. Zigzag's behavior was totally changed. Dr. Krishnan was surprised to see the sudden change of the bird. Zigzag kindly comforted the crying children. Zigzag's recitation of French poetry caused laughter among the children. Just then, Mrs. Krishna called Dr. Krishnan and informed him that her painting had been bought for Rs 5,000 by the art critic Junjunwala. Mrs. Krishnan's ruined painting was loved by Junjunwala because of the orange color, without knowing the secret that it was the papaya pulp splashed by the atrocity of Zigzag. Thus, Zigzag's atrocity was the secret for Mrs. Krishnan in making her masterpiece. All these coincidences changed the minds of Dr. Krishnan's family. Dr. Krishnan's family wanted to keep Zigzag with them for another week. Thus, the story was really a humorous one. Thank you.